I'm going for the platinum in another game. Last time it was Assassin's Creed Shadows, and today it's Sniper Elite Resistance. Sniper Elite Resistance released in January 2025 on PlayStation, Xbox and PC, and developed by Rebellion. It offers satisfying sniping, stealth and tactical third-person combat, this time exploring the heart of France, and taking place at the same time as Sniper Elite 5. I'll be taking control of Harry Hawker, an agent of the Special Operations Executive. My task is to get behind enemy lines and find out anything I can on the Nazis' new powerful secret weapon. With 54 trophies in total to unlock the platinum, an estimated difficulty rating of 5 out of 10, and taking me around 25 hours to platinum, expect lots of sneaking and brutal slow-mo long-range sniping, as to earn every trophy I'll have to complete the game twice. Once grabbing over 100 collectibles, and a second time on the hardest difficulty called Authentic. Beat every propaganda challenge with 3 stars, also on Authentic difficulty, and master every weapon. Also, of course, a few multiplayer trophies and some other fun stuff along the way. So take out your favourite sniper, hold your breath and take aim, because we're about to go and make sure this weapon never sees the light of day. And the game wastes no time getting you into the action. I started on the normal difficulty, but a few missions later decided dropping it down was the way to go. In the first mission, I'm tasked with getting my ass onto the dam and causing some trouble, sabotaging and destroying the AA guns. I have to be honest, I was really rusty at the beginning, not to mention, you unlock attachments and new guns as you play, so at the moment I had no silence weapons, which is pretty rough. Regardless, I got some cheeky shots, got my first level up, getting a skill point. I'll need to reach level 40 for a trophy later. Found some satchel charges and planted one of them on the dam, cracking it, and then another one on each of the 2 AA guns. Allow me to get the hell out of there and get air support to come in and blow the place to pieces, completing the mission, meeting the resistance and unlocking my first trophy.
Running! Impact! Detonation confirmed!
Dam Buster. With one mission in the bag, I quickly head into the second, called Dead Drop, where I climb to the top of a church, removing a painting and getting the location of the mole. Next, I grab some collectibles, since, as I mentioned, I'll need all of them for a trophy, and doing them all in my second playthrough on Authentic just wouldn't be very fun, would it? You know what is fun though? The missions. Each one having you freely explore a decently sized area with the main and side objectives to complete. It's a shame the game has so many collectibles, because it really does become a bit of a chore and kills the pace. While snagging everything though, I also completed a side quest for removing all 3 items hidden away inside the library. Finding these took way longer than I care to admit. Ooh, file of facts. I wasn't done with mission 2 just yet though. I sniped some stone eagles, another type of collectible I need, and headed to the mole's apartment, uncovering the super weapon plot. It also said something about some secret tunnels under the garden, and I still had no mole, so I went into the tunnels, quickly finding him. Unfortunately, he was done for. Now to leave and finish the mission for the trophy. Welcome to the Resistance. Next up was Sondershug Sabotage. Probably butchered that, but it is what it is. In this mission though, I had to get across a huge bridge to reach an even bigger hotel that the enemy had turned into their new headquarters. Here, I'd get more important intel on the new super weapon. Getting there wouldn't be easy though. And to make things even harder, I got invaded for the first time. This is my favourite new feature for sure, although I think it was first introduced in Sniper Elite 5, though I might be wrong. Regardless of any of that, what this means is while playing, other real players can invade your game. As you might imagine, this certainly increases the tension, and in my case, makes me play way more passive, but it's really fun. And as a bonus, if I could defeat this invading sniper, I'd bag myself an extra trophy. Ooh, you did, boy. Hold the line. Happy days. I won and the trophy was mine. There's also another trophy I can get for being on the other side and me doing the invading. But that's for a little bit later. For now, I still had a mission to complete. On the way, I found a cheeky little resistance hideout and a workbench allowing me to equip a suppressor and a scope on both my pistol and sniper. Sneaking just got a hell of a lot easier. Raiding the hotel, finding the info, I went around the back, finding a rail yard with someone that needed my attention. Now, I just need to leave, finishing the mission and getting me another trophy. Train wreck! On to mission 4, collision course. The Germans have set up a camp, so I've got to get in there and destroy anything that might help our efforts. That includes this tank that I eventually took out after like 5 minutes of trying, and this pump. They won't be using that camp anymore.
Job done.
Sprung a leak. Continuing on with the mission, I set fire to some very important Allied secret documents that they'd got on the mole, and after lots and lots of searching, I got a final piece of intel that I needed before leaving the mission. I even double dipped, unlocking an extra trophy for completing the whole mission without healing. Next is mission 5, the Devil's Cauldron. I had to sneak my way through an underground chemical weapons plant and stop its production. I could also snag a second trophy in this mission for completing the side objective. This objective just had me destroy 4 trucks that were carrying some ingredients, messed up everyone in the plant, and left. For now at least. Outside, I found the trucks, wasted all the guards, shot this, dropping it onto the trucks and blowing up 3 of them sky high, and then awkwardly took out the final one. Stopping traffic. Back on the main task now. I game ended this sniper, headed back into the plant and tried to stop production. After a little wandering around though, I found a safe and used that key I found earlier. Inside was, you guessed it, some important documents. Next, I disabled Mr. Bloom's production, fought my way out and successfully finished another mission. Industrial action. Moving into mission 6 now. Assault on Fort Rogue. I start out at a brilliant vantage point, allowing me to take out tons of the enemies before even entering the fort. My objective here was to infiltrate and, as usual, find plans and then quickly escape, so our allied forces can swoop in with the bombs and level the whole place. While inside, I came across a patrolling tank and saw an opportunity to net myself an extra trophy for having it shoot and destroy another enemy vehicle. So I got its attention, ran down here, found a collectible poster. These unlock those propaganda challenge missions, but more on that later. I then ran back over towards it and boom. Jesus. Oh, tactician. Continuing on, I headed up towards the huge fort at the top of the map. Found a safe I could blow up for some intel, climbed up here, took out an elite sniper, ziplined down like a boss, placing my knife inside this guy and headshotting another. A bit of exploring later, I found myself inside the underground fort, taking a picture of a map with the camp locations. I then hoped to find the weapon, but it had been moved to another camp, because of course it did. That would have been way too easy. Next was to get out though. But first, I had a certain collectible that caused me some trouble. Oh my god, finally a satchel charge. Now I can finally get this bloody collectible. I'm not even exaggerating when I say I have just looked around this bloody bunker for about half an hour for a satchel charge or a key. Like, ridiculous. I could not find a satchel key, and I don't know where the key is. I haven't a clue. I can get my bloody collectible now. Alright, now I can exfiltrate. Blast from the past. Only 2 more missions to go. Next was Lock, Stock and Barrels that takes place on a farmland. Apparently the last warhead is located here, and even worse, possibly a V1 rocket launch site. So obviously I've got to get inside and see if this is indeed the case. Now's also a good time to discuss these things. These are entry points. Each level has around 3, and what they do is allow me to start from these points if I ever redo the mission. Why these are kind of important is because on my authentic playthrough, I can choose a different one to hopefully have an easier time completing the main objective. Back to the task at hand though. I arrived at a castle with yet another underground camp. I needed to open this massive locked door. After getting my steps in, running around for what felt like an eternity, I killed an officer, looted his key, opened another locked door leading to the control room, and then pulled the switch, opening that big red door. I went inside, heading deeper and deeper underground. Down here was a map showing that the weapons are only part of our worries. My guess is the guy in Sniper Elite 5 takes care of the main problem, since these games are taking place at the same time. Most of the warheads were gone, but one of the Zugwoofers, I probably butchered that, it was still down here, giving me the chance to take out all of these enemies and place a cheeky satchel charge on the bad boy, blowing it up and leaving with my life intact. Grapes of Wrath. And now it's time for the final mission, meaning I would get a boatload of trophies, as I've been snatching every collectible along the way. In this mission, called End of the Line, I'm tasked with destroying all of the remaining warheads. I might not make it out in one piece, but this is what we've been working towards, and I am a man on a mission. After taking out a fair few enemies from my sniping perch, I headed down, took out more enemies and went up this staircase, finding a stupidly powerful sniper, and thought I'd take a crack at destroying that tank over there. Tanks for nothing. Easy work. We're far from done though. I tried my best to kill this enemy with a mounted gun, but gave up. Went inside here, finding my 22nd hidden item. Treasure Hunter. And moments later, I was pinned down by a bunch of snipers and a tank. After trying my best to blow it up, I ended this guy, and it turns out that was 50 kills while being masked by sound. Silent but deadly. I ran off and slowly took out the remaining enemies, and in the distance saw my 21st Stone Eagle dead-eye target, which I quickly sniped. Hey yo, spread your wings! Next I completed my 11th optional objective. For this one, I just had to blow up these flak machines with some well-placed satchel charges. Full English! But we still aren't done, because I had 3 more collectible trophies to bag. First, for finding 21 workbenches. Ooh, innovator. These unlock new attachments for my weapons, which is going to make my authentic playthrough that little bit more manageable. Before that, I noticed a kill list target who I baited into walking near this canister, which I then blew up. More on these kill list targets shortly. Back on task, I cut power to the facility, trapping the warheads, and I collected my 35th classified document. Oh yeah, top secret. And in that same area, I collected my 35th personal letter. Oh yeah. Pen pal. That's over 100 collectibles in total, and my last collectible trophy. Now all was left was to blow up this little round table track, stopping anything from escaping, placing the transmitter, calling in air support to come in and blow the whole place sky high. Drop the bombs, boys! Somehow though, our good friend Mr. Bloom, who was making all of these lovely weapons, had hitched a ride on a train and was trying to escape. I was not about to let that happen, so I dived on after him. The train derailed. Whatever it takes. Mission 9, all or nothing. We both survived, and I had one final objective. Make sure it didn't remain that way. I was about to use those sniping skills to the fullest. Jesus, my guy's ruthless. Alright, here we go. We gotta headshot this geezer before he leaves. Is that him? Oh yeah, I see him. I'm guessing he's gonna go up that road that... Oh, what the hell? What are you lot doing? Get the hell out of my way. No, he's gonna come up that road, right? Surely. Yo, can y'all stop sniping me? I'm waiting for a moment here, okay? And you're spoiling it. Oh, I think that might be it. Hopefully it's a headshot. Oh, that ain't no headshot. Shot him in the hand.
Sweet.
Viva la Resistance! We are done. Sniper Elite Resistance complete. Okay, I didn't put my skills to the fullest because I missed the headshot for a trophy. But I wouldn't miss it a second time. Oh wait, that was way easy. I just ran straight up to the thing. Right through the dome. Oh my god, perfect shot. Kaboom! Mastermind. And that was the first playthrough of the campaign complete, but we are far from done yet. Step 2 was to master every weapon and finish one full survival mode mission. Mastering every weapon could have taken a very, very long time. Fortunately for us though, there's a cheeky little trick of speeding it up considerably. But before that, I loaded up mission 4 and used sleep bullets on a few enemies near this bike. Booby-trapped one of the bodies with a grenade and waited as another walked on over, and I got myself a cheeky triple kill with a grenade. 3 birds, 1 stone, and another for getting a kill with 20 different weapons. Jack of all trades as well. In the same mission, I killed 300 enemies with my secondary weapon. Another trophy. Skirmisher. And then the real reason I actually came to this mission in the first place was to find this pretty well hidden French resistance gnome and then take a picture of it. There it is, a little bugger. Photo mode, there we go. Hey, lost its way gnome. Okay. Now moving into the survival mode mission. I used a weapon without a scope, killing 150 enemies with iron sights. Eyes on the prize. And finished all 12 waves to complete the survival mode. Victory! Hey, there we go, survivalist. Which also got me super close to level 40 for another trophy. But before that, I tested out the first propaganda mission, taking out my 150th enemy with a pistol. Missing all my shots, trophy gunslinger, I don't know what that was for, but I'll take it. Then I found a perfect spot for mastering the sniper rifles, helping me reach level 40. Climbing the ranks. And shortly after, in the same spot, I achieved 250 ghost kills, basically meaning kills in total stealth. Le Fantôme, I don't know how you pronounce that one, but I'll take the trophy. Continuing with the sniping, I got rifle kill number 350, sharpshooter. Then got a total kill distance of 100,000 meters. That is a lot of bullet travel. Going the distance. Okay, so at this point, I just realised that a few of the weapons were locked behind these kill list things. And if I wanted to master every weapon, I would need them. And if you remember earlier, I got one when I blew up the dude with a canister. Well, I needed to kill them all in very specific ways. So in mission 3, I dropped this pallet on one of their heads. In mission 4, I stayed in stealth, reaching the bridge, while I waited for this idiot to stand over this dodgy looking platform. Bye-bye. Oh my god. Mission 5, I looted this LMG and took him out with it. And then finally, in mission 6, I played it very sneaky, climbing into the main building window, grabbing some explosive coal, went upstairs, popped it in here, and waited for the fireworks. Oh, there goes the coal. Sit back here and watch it like a madman.
Well, that certainly struck a nerve, wouldn't you say?
Sucker. I still hadn't unlocked all of them though, because a couple also came from completing the propaganda missions, and since I needed a 3-star on authentic in every mission anyway, I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The propaganda missions are unlocked from grabbing these posters in the main missions. If you remember, I did grab one earlier. There's 7 to complete altogether. Each one has you either sniping or playing stealth. For a 3-star, I needed to score 3,000 on each mission. I'd actually heard that originally it was 6,000. I'm not sure how true that is, but if that was the case, I could imagine that would have been way more difficult. Either way, some missions certainly took me a good few attempts, but for the most part, they were pretty good, and thankfully, they're only about 2 minutes long, so it's really easy to just retry. I even got a double trophy pop for hitting every organ with my rifle, with the final one being a testicle shot that hit from over 100 meters away. Ooh, a trophy. Open surgery. I don't know what that's for, but I'll take it. 2 trophy. Daz nuts. I shot someone in the balls. Continuing to 3-star them, one of the sniper challenges had me sniping where I could use one of those insanely powerful AT snipers. I used that, killing my 50th enemy with a found weapon. Oh, another trophy. Finders keepers. In one of the stealth missions, I'd killed 50 soldiers while hiding in tall grass. Always greener. Not sure what that's for, but it's mine. And in the same one, after many failed attempts, I performed 100 lethal takedowns. Knives for a pro. And after about 3 hours, I had stealthed and sniped my way to 3 stars on every challenge, earning me both trophies for completing them and then another one for the 3 stars on authentic. Oh yeah, I think that's all of them, right? Complete all propaganda missions with a 3-star rating. Yeah, there we go, propaganda machine. And I think I should get another one, right? Propagandist. Now that I had done what could possibly be the most difficult trophy, we'll have to see how my second playthrough goes. I'd also finally unlocked every weapon, so I could start step 3, mastering them all, and getting a few random trophies that I was still missing. So that little trick I mentioned, here's how it works. I loaded up mission 2 and went to town, hitting all of the enemies with tranquilizer bullets, putting them all to sleep. I then picked up the bodies and threw them into a pile near a workbench. The reason for that was so I could quickly change weapons. With everything in place, I saved the game, killed them all, and then reloaded the save I'd just made, meaning they were all alive again, and I could once again kill them. Rinse and repeat with every secondary and every pistol. First, I did the secondary weapons, having to master all 8 with each requiring 150 kills. Nice and easy. Boom, there we go. Secondary supremacy. Next was the 6 pistols, each having me to get 50 ghost kills, and since all the enemies were sound asleep, every kill counted, one that could have been really annoying if done the proper way. Nice, there we go. I think that's the last pistol. Yep, there we go. Pistol perfectionist. You love to see it. And last was the rifles. I couldn't do that here though, because they have to be long range kills. Before leaving though, as I had an easy target right here, I thought it'd be a good idea to get the remaining 3 random trophies as well. So I put a few enemies near the truck, first shooting this thing just to see if it would kill them. It did. I then booby trapped the truck and blew it up for 20 booby trap kills. Set to blow. And before moving on, grabbing this rocket to get 50 kills with heavy weapons. Beautiful, 50 kills with heavy weapons. The big guns. Now to master the 7 rifles. I jumped into mission 7 and got 150 kills with a rifle while using iron sights. Ooh, scoping mechanism. And at that same spot I used the same strategy as before of reloading the checkpoint and killing a few enemies in the area over and over until I'd headshotted 50 from 100 meters away with each one. Not only getting me the trophy for mastering all 7 rifles, but also for mastering every weapon in the game.
Now that's bloody good shooting.
Hey, there we go. Revered with rifles, which means master at arms. Hell yeah. But I still needed one more trophy before moving on to the next step. Kill 50 enemies with traps. So I put a grenade on a dead body and threw it at enemies until it popped. Come on, up. There we go. Blaze of glory. Okay, step 3. Complete the whole game, all 9 missions again, but this time on authentic difficulty, the hardest difficulty in the game. I had no HUD, no ammo counter, no minimap, enemies are super alert and kill me really freaking quick. I can't mark enemies with my binoculars, but more importantly, wind and bullet drop play a major factor in this mode. You have to compensate for both. Staying in stealth as much as possible was absolutely the way to go. Putting a suppressor on all of my weapons to minimise getting alerted, using the subsonic bullets as well to make them even quieter because even suppressed weapons aren't completely silent, while making manual saves as often as possible to avoid losing too much progress. I used a Lee Enfield sniper rifle for its versatility and the fact that it reloads only 1 bullet at a time, meaning I wouldn't keep wasting ammo, because in authentic, when you reload too early, you throw away the clip or the magazine, you lose all of that ammo. And I have a really bad habit of reloading before I need to. With all that in mind, It was just about taking my time and working my way through each mission one at a time. Overall, it really wasn't that bad. I died only 18 times, most surprisingly coming from the very first mission, and I beat the whole thing in under 5 hours. I did even live stream the entire thing, so if you want to watch the full run, I'll leave it in the description. Yeah, there it is. Oh my god, I was so worried. Creme de la creme. I thought it wasn't going to give it to us then. Complete the entire campaign on authentic difficulty. Boom. Only 2 more trophies remained before I could snag my platinum. So let's begin the super short step 4, the multiplayer. First, jumping into a match, as all I needed to do was finish one team-based PvP game. It didn't matter how many kills I got, or even if I won or lost, just that I needed to play one. Happy days. Yeah, there we go. Brothers in arms. And finally, you might remember I got invaded in my first playthrough and killed the invader, unlocking a trophy. Well, now I'm going to be on the other side. I have to be the one doing the invading and get the kill. Oh my god, we killed him! There's the platinum, I think. Hostile takeover, and that should, assuming I haven't missed anything, pop the platy. There we go. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again very soon.